Hey guys, it is TJ, back again with another walkthrough. This is episode 3 of OSCP Learning Path. And today, I am going to show you how we can crack the Kenobi machine. We will be learning about enumerate Samba shares and manipulate a vulnerable version of pro-FTPD and escalate privileges with path variable manipulation, which I have already talked about in null-byte vuln hub walkthrough. So, let's get started. First, we need to connect the VPN connection pack, like this. And for the ease of access, I'm exporting the Kenobi machine IP address as IP variable. So, we don't need to remember the IP address. Instead of IP address, we can use the $sign IP variable. The first thing we have to do is the enumeration process. Let's try service enumeration with nmap scan. Now, we got the main services, such as FTP, SSH, HTTP, RPC bind, and Samba. So, let's answer to those questions and save this details into our notes. From overall services, we can guess this IP may have a way to leak important data, because it has both FTP, SSH, and Samba to access the file on server. According to the next task, we need to enumerate SMB shares with nmap scripts. But we can also use enum for Linux tool to enumerate SMB shares. As we can see here, we found total of 3 file shares. Those are print, anonymous, and IPC. We can use Smbclient tool to access the anonymous share. So, we accessed the anonymous file share, and it was a success. Even, it did not ask for a password, and we can get into the file share. Whenever you get access to a file share like this, look for any files that may be used in the future. As for now, we see a log.txt file. We can use smbget tool for transfer the file to host machine. You can see, we got the log.txt file inside our machine. Let's peek into that file and check if we can find something interesting. We come to know the FTP port and other information, which includes SSH keys of the target machine. Referring to our nmap scan again, there was another port 111 open, which is for RPC, remote procedure call. In our case, RPC port 111 is being used for network file system. We can enumerate with nmap, but here I'm using showmount command to find any mount is available. Yes, there is a mount name called var. Now, we need to download this mount file. To find the pro-FTPD version, we can use netcat tool. This process called banner grabbing. And now we found the version. The version of this server is outdated and can be exploited. We are going to use search-sploit for the potential exploit against this version of pro-FTPD. After reading the exploit, there are certain commands in the mod copy module, which can be used for our advantages, like the site cpfr and site cpto. You can check out the usage of these commands. We're now going to copy Kenobi's private key using site cpfr and site cpto commands. For that, let's connect FTP using netcat on port 21. Using this, we can read and write on the network over TCP or UDP. Now, we have successfully connected via FTP. Let's use cpfr command to copy the private SSH key from the location that we have found from log.txt file. Then use cpto command for the location that we want to paste it. I will paste it in the temp directory, because we have the right permission for that. If you choose other directories, it will throw the permission error. Note that I am pasting it inside the var/temp, not the actual temp directory, so that we can easily mount the var directory. So, let's mount the var directory inside our Kali machine's mount/nfs directory. See, now we have the var directory. Let's find the RSA key. Cool, we got the private key now. So, let's copy that into our working directory. Now using the private key, let's SSH into our target machine. Our SSH was a success, and we have gained access to our target Kenobi machine. Now, we have to look for the hidden flag on this machine. Now we have found the user flag. So, let's submit it. Next, it is the time for the privilege escalation. For that, we are going to use SUID bits. So, what are SUID bits? They are a set of permissions defined against users and groups. Setting these bits permits the files to be executed as per the privileges of the user. To find out file that have the SUID bit enabled, use the following command. Out of the all files, user/bin/menu stands out. Let's run this binary. We see 3 options by running this binary. Entering each choice one by one, we didn't find anything interesting. So, I use strings command. With this, we can look for human-readable strings on a binary. We see that curl is being run with the full path. So what we can do is manipulate the path to gain root with this command, because it is already running as root. I have already talked about path manipulation on nullbyte vulnub video. You can learn more details from that. You can view the path like this. You know, when we type the system commands, it will go through each of this path variable. So what we can do is, let's create the new curl system command to get the shell and export it to the current location. The dot is representing the current directory or the location. So, if we run the curl command again with the system option, it will give us a root shell. See, now we are the root. Let's find the root flag and submit it. That's it guys, I hope this will help you to understand some new techniques on Linux pentesting. We'll meet you soon with another cool topic. See you all.